Today's lesson is about Roman numerals. Roman numerals are a numeral system that originated in ancient Rome and remained the usual way of writing numbers throughout Europe well into the late Middle Ages. Roman numerals and Arabic numerals are equal. That is, the one in Arabic numeral is equal to the one in Roman numerals, but they are written differently. The Roman numerals are based on the following symbols. 1 is written as I, 5 is written as P, 10 is written as X, 50 is written as L, 100 is written as C, 500 is written as D, 1000 is written as N. These symbols are very important, so keep them in mind. 1 equals I, 2 equals 1 plus 1, so 2 equals 1, I plus I equals 2I. 2 is written as 2I in Roman numerals. 3 equals 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 3 is written as I plus I plus I. That's 3I. 3 is written as 3I in Roman numerals. But 4 is an exception. Because according to rule 4 of the Roman numerals, the same symbol cannot be used more than 3 times in a row. Now we go to the number 5, V. 5 equals V. So 6 is 5 plus 1. So 6 is written as VI. V is 5, I is 1. 5 plus 1, VI. 7 equals 5 plus 1 plus 1. So 7 will be written as VII. 8 equals 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So 8 equals VIII. But again, 9 is an exception according to rule 4 of the Roman numerals. So now we are going to study about the rules for Roman numerals. Rules for Roman numerals. Rule 1. When a smaller symbol is after a greater symbol, it's added. Example, VI. You might be asked to convert a Roman numeral into an Arabic numeral. The first thing you have to do is look at the symbols that make up that Roman numeral. Right? For example, VI. V equals 5 and I equals 1. So, according to rule 1, when a smaller symbol is after a greater symbol, it's added. So, 5 plus 1. Since 5 is bigger than 1, we will add. So, 5 plus 1 equals 6. Keep that in mind. You have to remember all these rules. Rule 2. If a symbol comes after itself, it's added. In a Roman numeral, if a symbol repeats itself, like this example, then those two symbols are added together. We know that I equals 1. So II is 1 plus 1 equals 2. Another example, XX. Since x is 10 and since x is 10, we'll add both these two numbers together to find what x is. 20. Xx equals 20. Keep in mind rule 1 and rule 2. Now we move on to rule 3. Rule 3. When a smaller symbol appears before larger symbols, it is subtracted from that larger symbol. Example, IV. I equals 1 and V equals 5. I is a smaller number than V. So according to rule 3, I will be subtracted from V. So rule 3 is where a smaller symbol appears before larger symbols, it is subtracted from that larger symbol. So 5 minus 1 equals 4. Another example, IX. I is 1, X is 10. X is bigger than 1. So we have to minus 1 from X. X minus I. 10 minus 1 equals 9. Now we'll go on to rule 4. The same symbol cannot be used more than 3 times in a row. Examples: I is equals 4, but 4 is not 4I. 4 equals IV. X equals 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30. But 40 is not 4x's. Because upon rule 4, the same symbol cannot be used more than 3 times in a row. Now we do some exercises to practice the rules that we learned. Convert the following Roman numerals to Arabic. A, V. The first one is V. This is a simple one. V equals 5. B. The second question is L. L equals 50. These two are simple ones, and these two are from the symbols that we have to remember. Now a number with two symbols, LB. L is 50, V is 5. So we will add both of these. 50 plus 5. Because according to rule 1, when a smaller symbol is after a greater symbol, it is added. Since 50 is bigger than 5, we will add those two. So LB equals 55. D. The fourth question. CLVII. First we will write down what each symbol stands for. So C equals 100, L equals 50, V equals 5, I equals 1. So since these all fit into rule 1. C is bigger than L, L is bigger than V, and V is bigger than I. So according to rule 1, we will add all these numbers together. So 100 plus 50 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1 equals 157. So CLVII equals 157. E. Question number 5. XCIX. First we'll find out what each symbol stands for. X equals 10, C equals 100, I equals 1, X equals 10. We'll separate this question into two parts. XC plus IX. So X is 10, C is 100. X is smaller than C. So, and I is 1, X is 10. I is also smaller than X. So, according to rule 3, when a smaller symbol appears before a larger symbol, it is subtracted from the larger symbol. So X is smaller than C. So X will be subtracted from C. 100 minus 10. I is smaller than 10. So we'll do the same with IX. 10 minus 1. 100 minus 10 is 90. 10 minus 1 is 9. Equals 99. When solving your questions, you should remember all the rules that we have learned. Now, exercise 2. Convert the following to Roman numerals. Now, this is a different one. We are converting Arabic numerals into Roman numerals. So 10, this is a simple one. 10 equals X. 200. 200. Before we convert, in order to convert, we have to first separate the numbers and write it as 100 plus 100. 100 is C, and there are two C's here. So 200 equals CC. 105. 105, it is written as 100 plus 5. So 105 equals 100 is C, 5 is V. So it's CV. 105 equals CV. When you have been asked to convert Arabic numeral into Roman numerals, the first thing you have to do is write that number, expand that number, and write it as numbers from the main numbers that are used to write the Roman numerals, like 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 500, and 1000. These are the main numbers. So like you see, 200, we expanded 200 and wrote there 100 plus 100. And 105, we expanded it and wrote it as 100 plus 5. Now the next question, 33. So we have to expand 33. To do that, we'll write 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 33. So 10 is x. So there are 3 10s. There will be 3 x's and 3 1s. So 33 equals x plus x plus x plus 1 plus I. With 33 equals 3x and 3i. Thank you.